Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Liam, this is my hobby room, and today we're going to be looking at another model kit. Oh, surprise, surprise, I know, wow. You guys know what I do here. Today we're going to be, let me just gotta bend down and get it. It's down here. It's not the same in my old age. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 1:144 scale HG Gundam Calibarn from The Witch from Mercury, continuing our Witch from Mercury Mobile Suit Marathon. Monthly Mobile Suit Marathon. What did I call it? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, there it is. And then after this one, I'm gonna switch gears. I'm gonna do something different. But for now, let's take a look at this. Now there was a lot of hullabaloo, a lot of hype about this kit when it was released, and I was like, yeah, okay, all right. I don't really buy into all the hype. And you know, it's very nice. It is another Gundam aerial, slightly different. It's all white. If you liked building the Gundam aerial, this is pretty much the exact same type of build, except you got a really big gun that looks like a broom, because it's a witch. Witches ride brooms. Get it? Someone at Sunrise thought they were very, very clever. And I hope they get a raise, because this is a very nice model kit and it went together very well, and painting it was an absolute blast. I already did it. I was gonna say is or will be, but then I already did it. So. Though, I mean, it is all white, so unless you want to do like a custom color scheme or do some color separation, maybe like a few different tones of white or something, it's mostly just gonna be white. I did a bunch of shading on mine, which you'll see in just a little bit, and I'm actually pretty proud of it. I think it turned out okay. Now, what am I doing? Okay, it's a very slender kit, and it's got some nice proportions. It's got a really cool backpack, I dig that. It's got some staple accessories you might recognize, like the shield, which is exactly the same shield as we've got with the aerial rebuild. Let's see. The rifle, that's new. The variable rod rifle is what it's called. That's kind of cool, fun accessory. And it's got these nice rainbow bits for its V-fin, which they look absolutely gorgeous. There were a few seam lines and a few mold lines on the kit, and a few disguised seam lines that, are meant to look like a panel line. And I still thought they looked a little, I don't know, they weren't really up to snuff, specifically on the variable rod rifle. So I filled those in with putty and sanded them down. Hopefully, I didn't miss any, so you be the judge of that. If y'all remember from my aerial rebuild video, I'll put that in the corner somewhere, one of these corners. I think it's this corner. That'd be funny when I'm wrong. Right, so if you remember from that video, I did pick up this little resin conversion kit that extended its proportions. It made it a little weirdly tall for my liking, but I ended up getting another one of those specifically for the hands and the shoulders, or the shoulder joints. So I put those in to kind of widen its stance a little bit, and I actually really like that look. And the hands are just gorgeous. They're very detailed. You've got a splayed hand, closed hands, all the stuff. I'll show you those in a minute. Y'all know how much I can't stand it when the kit comes with just the big chunky open hands that are just like holding nothing. What is it, like $2 extra to injection mold closed fists? Whatever. Anyways, I'm a nerd. Yeah, okay. Nothing about this kit is going to surprise you, especially if you've built the aerial or the aerial rebuild. It's very similar to those builds, but it's a little more refined looking to me, and there's something about its little face, its chubby little cute face, which I thought was adorable. You've got a few hollow spaces you can fill in with putty. That's what I did, because you know how much I love those hollow spaces. This has been a really fun kit to work on. Well, let's take a look at some of the other things that it comes with. Accessories. That's the word. Let's look at the accessories. And then I'll show you the kit when it's all finished. So here we are with the Gundam Calibarn all snapped together, and this is a very nice kit. It's pretty cool. It's a great culmination of the aerial and aerial rebuild style designs, where the I can't even freaking say it. Where the aerial rebuild was a little more menacing looking, this one kind of goes back a bit to the design that I enjoyed, or the design philosophy I enjoyed about the aerial, so that's kind of nice. Now the shield that you see here is the exact same one you get on the aerial rebuild, and then we've got all these ports around the kit here where the shield will break off and attach to. Sorry, I hit the camera there. And then, that gives it its bit on form mode. Now, as long as we're taking a look at the variable rod rifle here, I might as well show you all of the bits on it. Now, mine might look a little bit different because I filled in these areas here, which were all hollow with epoxy putty, and you're seeing some bits of it over in this corner, and just kind of all over the place. There's lots of putty. I was doing a lot of puttying, but then I forgot this. I don't know how I forgot to put putty in here. I'll clean that up. You've got a little articulated handle right here, and this arm connects to the backpack with 4 points of articulation. It can move at this one, it can turn here, It's got a ball joint there, and then it's got another ball joint here. There's lots of ball joints. Actually, sorry, that's a peg. That's a peg right there. You get it. It moves a lot. That's all that really matters. And then there's a handle up here, right there. I clipped this into more of a C joint so I could take it out after and paint it separately. You can do whatever you want with it. There's no gunpla police are gonna come to your house. The back portion here folds out into this open mode here. You can use this to you can fly around on it. It's kind of cool. Again, a few hollow spaces in here that I filled in just on either side of these joints that attach them to the broom base. And then you've got a bunch of stickers that will end up going in here. I probably will just use those. They look fine. They look fine enough. They don't have to move over any curves or anything, so they're not gonna look too unsightly. But yeah, it's an interesting weapon. Looks a little plain right now, but once it's all painted up, it's gonna look real nice. And then you've got two beam sabers here that are going to be using the blue beam saber effect parts that we've been seeing with the aerial and aerial rebuild. Nothing changing there. The shield, I'll just take this off for now. It mounts the exact same way, and then it, of course, does that whole bit-on form thing we talked about. Now, the backpack's kind of cool. It's got these two little vernier thruster pods, which open up, and those will fit more bits. And then you've got these articulated back skirts that move out that you can also attach the bits to. Oh, yes, also you might find this interesting. These vents at the back here, I sawed out because they were just like a flat piece in there I didn't think looked very good. And when I closed them up, I closed a piece of this, what you call this, corrugated plastic on the inside there, and it gave it a little bit more flavor, a little bit more texture. Now I haven't finished up cleaning up those ports yet, but I will, and then I will paint. Lots of clear plastic on this, very interesting. I will probably be sanding some of it down and polishing it because I think there's a little nub mark here that I don't think looks very good, but it is mostly hidden by the side skirts, so it might not bother you. And here we've got a whole bunch of extra hands. We've got a beam saber holding hand. What is this? A fist. We got more fists. We got another beam saber holding hand. We got an open hand for the left, and then we got the trigger finger for the right. So I think those are going to be really nice, and yeah, that's really all there is to that. Now this Anubis kit does extend the proportions. I don't really want to do that, but I think I'll do what I did with the rebuild and, oh god, get my giant meat hands in there, and then use these shoulder pieces, which are in here somewhere, here they are, to kind of bring the shoulders out from the main body. I thought it looked interesting, a little more intense, so to speak, so we'll just put that in there for now. And let's quickly talk about this sticker sheet. So you've got all these stickers for the clear bits, that's cool, or you can use the blacked out variants where when they're all, when the shell unit's turned off. Here are all the glowing green stickers for the variable rod rifle. There's the cameras and more cameras and more cameras and red eyes, that's cool. So that's interesting, we can use that if we like. I'm pretty sure I got aftermarket decals for this kit. I have no idea where I put them, but I'll be putting those on too. Now, I filled in the ankle parts here because those were hollow, so I put some epoxy putty in there and epoxy putty behind the knee joints because those were also hollow and they looked kind of weird. It wasn't a good look. The other place I filled in was were these shoulder joints. You can't really see them, but there's you can catch a glimpse of a hollow piece behind here. So I filled that in because I didn't like the look. And yeah, I think I will end up replacing these shoulder joints because the third-party ones look a little bit better and it will widen the kit a little bit more. Other than that, beautiful kit, no notes. I will be working on this shortly. So here is my Gundam Calibarn all separated and ready for painting. I like to keep the colors kind of vaguely separate. While that's not necessarily important for priming, it is important for me when I'm painting, otherwise I get lost. And in this case, in priming, I will be priming these parts a little bit differently than I'm doing the rest. That's just because I like to have a nice warm yellow tone, so I prime in pink, and then I build the yellow up from that. It looks great. And then this red, which is kind of like a rusty kind of color. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or I'm gonna go with a more bright Gundam-y red, not sure yet, or a desaturated red. Make it kind of moody, who knows? All of these pieces have been filled in, like I said before, lots of hollow spaces, so I filled them all in with some epoxy putty and some other putty, various putties, I'm sure. I don't quite remember, and then, yeah. That's pretty much it. Oh yes, I did end up filling in the bottom of the connector for that rifle, for the variable rod rifle, just because it was a little unsightly. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to start priming this thing, so why don't we go do that? So here is my Gundam Calibarn, all finished. As finished as it's gonna be anyway. I thought maybe I'd do some color separation on it, and I didn't end up doing that, but oh well, you know? It all depends on my personal investment in the project as I'm working on it, and it didn't quite stretch that far. I'm pretty happy with the amount of highlighting and shading that I did, though. I think the white comes across a little more dynamic than it would otherwise. When you get a mobile suit that's all just one color, usually it's fine, you can do some subtle variation, but if it's just white, it's kind of hard to, I don't know, give it some life. But I think despite that, I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. The Gundam Calibarn is a nice mobile suit. Gives you quite a few options, especially with like stickers, if that's a thing that you use. I used just some of the metallic ones for the shell unit and those little parts on the hips there. I ended up putting them on the eyes too. Normally I kind of like put this reflective film over all the camera pieces and paint it clear green, or whatever the camera colors need to be, but I didn't find it just didn't look quite right, so I switched them out and I put the pink ones on. You can put pink ones on, and I thought those were pretty cool, so that's what we stuck with. I don't know the significance of the pink ones because I haven't seen that far in the series yet, but it is, I like it. I think isn't that, is it? Thank you so much for joining me here in Liam's Hobby Room, everybody. I know my videos come out pretty few and far between here, but just know that I'm working on some stuff, and I'm very excited to bring it to you. I've just been a little bit busy. That's really it. Just been a bit busy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like the Gundam Calibarn and want to pick one up for yourself, head on over to bchobbies.com and check out one of those bad boys. I'll put the link down in the thing. Anyways, until next time, take care of one another, give your moms a hug, and I'll see you guys next time on Liam's Hobby Room.